Hello, welcome to the Knitting Project podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family and my animals. Today is Thursday the 7th of November 2024 and this is an episode 165. Welcome if you are a new viewer, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. This is my podcast all about what I've been up to this week crafting wise, which to be fair is a whole lot, but not much to show on the podcast, which is somewhat frustrating. So I've done a lot, but yeah, I'm a little lacking in content. However, we're going to roll with it. Maybe this will be a shorter one. I don't know. I say that and then they end up as longer ones. So who knows? I'm already waffling. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did go to the Les Family Yarn retreat at the weekend. There's a little bit of footage in the vlog that went up on Wednesday if you're interested in seeing a little bit of what we got up to. I have got some of the bits and pieces that I bought and the yarn that I dyed to show you later on. I was going to put that under Happy Mail and I don't know, stash enhancement, something like that. My first finished object is my hat. I finished this is the Tchaikovsky hat, and this is a pattern by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. It's a DK weight hat from Knit Vent 2017, I think we decided. It is available as a standalone pattern. You don't have to buy the whole Knit Vent. But yeah, so I went with this pom-pom. I originally was going to go with a different one, but I actually thought, when I was looking at it, this one went really well. So yeah, I went with this pom-pom. I'm not putting it on just because I've just done my hair. And I've also got a clip in because I didn't think that through when I did my hair this morning. But yeah, so it's got a little pattern, which you can just about see. It kind of looks like almost ripples on a river right now. But the yarn is from Skein Queen and it is Rainbows Over Newbury. And I do think, actually, if you look at it from a distance, it looks like clouds and there's a shot of a rainbow through it. Especially that side where it's flashed and done a little bit of flashing on there. I really like it. I really like how the effect is. It's gone really well. I have to say that is much more pronounced on the camera. The camera is picking it up a lot more than it is in real life. But I really like it. So that's my hat. It's finished. It's got a 1x1 twisted rib at the bottom. Then it's got the pattern. You do the decreases. And then I just popped a pom-pom on top. I think in fact, I'm sure the pom-pom is a Crafty Bird pom-pom. Probably also bought a Newbury probably Newbury if I'm honest. But yeah, I love it. When we get some cold days, it'll be nice to wear. At the moment, it's quite warm in the UK. We've not really had a cold snap yet. So that's my first one. And yeah, I love it. Really love it. My next finished object is this little fella. Oh, he's so cute. So he is Noodles or Gnoodles. He is a gnome. Just in case it wasn't obvious. And this I did with fingering weight held double. So I did the larger size. There is a smaller size where you can do it with just the fingering weight, which after my giant yarn bath at the retreat, which if you've seen Wednesdays, there was a little picture of what had happened because I needed to do a centre pull ball because it was held double. And then I went to pull the centre and this whole centre came out and the ball just collapsed everywhere. So to rewind it double, oh yeah, it was a mission. It took a little bit of my knitting time away from me. So the yarn is Fibre Fox from her Spring Court minis. So he's a sparkly gnome. He's liking a bit of sparkle. And the grey is from Giddy Yarns, which Helen kindly dyed for me for my Christmas blanket ages ago. But it's making great gnome noses and beards. So he's from a book. Let me see if I can find the book, which is, the whole thing is living in my Bags by Awesome Granny bag. Because I needed a bag that was big enough to use. He was done on 3.5mm needles. And Let me find him. I love this book, by the way. It's very, very clever the way it's done. So in the front of it is all the features, so like the beards and the noses and the feet and the arms, and then the patterns themselves. This is the one I made. The patterns themselves give the pattern for the gnome, and then the features are, it tells you which page to look back on to and which features to choose to make it look like that. So that's the one I did. So there he is. And I thought I was going to try and work through this book, if I'm honest. So I thought I'd have a go with that one first. So the next one to make is Gnome, that one. I'm really looking forward to it actually, because I've not done this shape hat yet, so I'd like to do that shape hat. So we'll be doing that one. The ear flap gnome. And this is the Names of Grimblewood by Sarah Skira. I got my copy from Amazon. You can also get a Kindle copy, which is cool if you don't want to carry the book around with you everywhere. I have used the book. I've enjoyed using the book. I have got my Kindle Scribe that I can put it on, but because you can't, not on the Generation Kindle Scribe I've got, you can't write on the books, but you can in the next one that's coming out in December. So you can like make notes, but I might actually do a little overhead on how I use my Kindle Scribe for knitting at some point as one of my snippets. And my next snippet I'm going to do is to open my Christmas journal, because I need to use that, and I haven't actually done an overhead of that yet, so I'm going to do that hopefully either later on today or tomorrow, because it needs to be Saturdays. I might do it Saturday just to get the whole thing up. I mean, I've got till 5 o'clock to get it up, or 6 o'clock. I can't remember when they go up. But anyway, this is what I'm doing. I know, yeah, I love. So cute. Yeah, I love him. So he's going to join my gnome collection. Again, I totally blame my friend Kate for these, but in the best way possible, because I'm loving making them. I do think I want to just do a little bit on a gnome each day. Instead of a square a day, a gnome a day. But it hasn't worked out that way, only because I've got a different project, which I will talk about in a moment. Yeah, he's my other little finished object, and oh yeah, I love him. I started him at the retreat on the Saturday, and I finished him in the car on the Sunday on the way home. He's not really car knitting, but I did manage to wrangle it. But yeah, so that was that one. I've got all of the yarns I'm using and the needles in there, so I can just kind of pick up and go. And my zip pull is from my Halloween countdown from Green Lampkin Yarn, which I love. So next up, works in progress. This one got a lot of love over the weekend. This is hanging out in my lovely Luna bag from Stitched by Mrs. D. Love this bag. And in here is my mulled scarf, which is such an addictive knit. So addictive. So here we go. Let me just sort it out. I thought for a minute there I was in the middle of a row. I was like, oh no, because this would not be easy to show if you're in the middle of a row, but I'm not. Here we go. So I was where this little fella was the last time you saw this, and as you can see, it grew a lot. Oh, that's interesting. That's striping as well as that. Oh, okay, that actually is the same mini. That's why that's striping. So that was one mini, and it obviously was a bit of a stripy mini. And now I'm going into this darker combination at the top there, which are these two together. I really wanted to use that dark one up, so I was like, right, I'm going to get that one in on this one, which is a darker kind of effect. There we go. You can see all the different sections now. So there's that section. And one of the minis went into this, which went into that one. And there's the green mini in that went on forever. And then there was a tiny section there. That section, another tiny section. That's an even tinier section. And then it went into this mini that went on forever, but with 2 other minis. And now I'm going into the grey and the bluey, sort of, almost reminds me of crocuses, that one. So that's being used up next. And yeah, it's grown loads. So I'm using 5.5mm needles for mine, which is giving quite a nice squidgy fabric. I think it's a really nice size for a scarf. If I hold it against me, does that give you an idea of perspective? Maybe. Actually, if I do that, that's a standard size iPhone. So it's it's like an iPhone and a quarter in width. And yeah, I'm probably going to keep it as a scarf. I might do it long enough so that you can wrap it round and double it through. Do people still wear scarves like that? I know I used to. And it doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long. So I did some of this at the retreat, a lot of this in the car on the way to the retreat, although that was a 5-hour journey. That was a bit of a mammoth mission. We had a lot of traffic. Yeah. Very addictive. If you want to know how to do this, there isn't a pattern as such, but if you check out Rachel by So Re Me, or So Re Me by Rachel, there we go. She does a how-to on hers. It's a tutorial. She says it's not a tutorial. It really is a tutorial. I learned how to do it on it. It's a tutorial. I used Judy's magic cast on, which actually worked for me brilliantly. I think this is the best one I've ever done. I didn't even have to look it up, which makes a change. So I'm very proud of that. And then there's a way of joining it, which if you've done Jules's Wondrous Dishcloth, is very similar to that. But that's so it stays flat and doesn't come apart and twist. So yeah, I absolutely love this. Absolutely love it. It is great to knit on when you just need some mindless knitting, and it grows really quickly because you're changing colours all the time. And I've got quite a bag full of colours there. I have a lot to go, shall we say. So that's that one. That definitely took up some of my knitting time at the retreat, and then since I've been home, I've been knitting a couple of things, one of which is my Vinter sole. So this is living in, and also a So Re Me bag. This is one of Rachel's bucket bags, which is brilliant. It's a really big one. And I'm using Serdar Country Classic for this. It's a Jennifer Steingass pattern called the Vinter sole. And, well, if you're a long-time viewer of the podcast, you've seen this quite a bit. So I was there. Haven't got my little stoppers on the stitches, so I have to be quite careful with it. I was there when you last saw this, and I'm now down there. So I've done 5 or 6 rounds, but they're quite long rounds, so it takes a while. In fact, I timed myself. It takes me 15 minutes to do a round, so it's taking a while now. This bit here needs to be 7 centimetres deep before I do whatever the next bit is, which I think might be some waist shaping, so I may not do that because I just want mine straight, which I realise there's a lot more knitting, but it sort of goes in and comes out again, so I thought I might just go straight down. So I think I am just knitting straight now till the bottom. I'm going to pick up the sleeves and do the 2 sleeves I think next, because once I've hit the 7 centimeters, I'm going to pick up the sleeves and do the sleeves, and then it'll be, I think it's just round and round on the body until I need to do the colour work for the body. But yeah, I really love this. I've chosen another one. I'm either going to do the arboreal, or there was a second one. I can't remember the name of the second one, but it's probably going to be the arboreal, which I've bought some yarn at Lay Family Yarn for. So I'm going to do one in some indie dyed yarn, which will be really lovely. And I might just do another one of these, but in Christmas colours. What I really would like to do is do this background in white and hold it with floof, but as we know, me and floof do not get on, so probably can't do that, but it would be nice to, so that you'd have like a furry background, but it's not going to happen. I'm thinking I'll do white background, probably green trees, and do a red body, nice, you know, Christmas red body. That'd be a nice Christmas one. I was thinking with the trees I could possibly do some beadwork on it and put some beads on, because it'll be a Christmas one. It's not going to be for Christmas this year, maybe Christmas not next year, the year after, but not Christmas this year. But I think that would look quite nice, and the green would be the top bit here as well. I think it looked quite good. I may have some leftover green. I don't think I will. I'll be looking at that and going, oh, that's going to be close, I think. Hence why I want to do both the sleeves next. But yeah, so this is the Vinter sole. I'm using 4mm needles, and this is worsted weight wool. I haven't got the ball bands with me, so I can't tell the colours just at the moment. Oh, actually, having said that, I've definitely got the ball band for the green. So the green is shade 672 and is called Fern. And the brown is shade 679 and it's called Chestnut. And the pink is what I haven't got the ball band for, unfortunately. Don't think I've got it in here. No, I haven't. So the pink, I mean, I think it's called Peach, so it's probably not a pink, it's more of a peach. There we are. I've got these little stitch stoppers now. They were from So Sweet Violet. But I've got 3 more greens in there, so 4 more greens. So that's enough for 1 each on the sleeve and 2 more on the body. So we'll see how that goes. Part of the body is colour work though, so the other colours will come back into it. Yeah, that's my Vinter sole. I need to, I don't know, make sure I do 2 rounds a day or something on it. Oh. So the third thing, I can't tell you much about because they are surprise gifts. So our table at the retreat decided we were going to make each other little Christmas decorations to hang on a Christmas tree. And I've chosen mine, and I really love them, and I can't wait to show you them, but I can't show you them until I've sent them. I've made 2.5 out of 6, and they're working out really well. And each time I make one, I adjust the pattern slightly, so it's a free pattern on Ravelry, which I honestly will tell you more about once I've sent them off. But thought I might show you the yarn I'm using at least. I mean, this is going to freak out quite a few people on our table, but it's not as bad as it sounds. But I'm using this yarn, which is an advent from Castle View yarns that I bought on a D-stash. But I'm using kind of the greens and the reds, and there may be a pink, a purple one going for somebody I know who likes purple on our table. Hint, hint. And so yeah, so that's what I'm using. I was like, oh, you know, it's an advent, blah, 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 but it's actually, why not use it? It's the perfect yarn. It's exactly what I need for this. It's like using the Fibre Fox minis for this. Why not? They're the perfect yarn. And I've bought this beautiful yarn. Use it for something you want to make. If in the future I go, oh, maybe I should have used that for this, but that would have been perfect yarn for this project. Well, it was perfect yarn for that project at that time. So find something else. So yeah, so I'm using this, and I'm loving them. I'm really loving them. As I said, I can't show you what they are because I want them to be a surprise for the people. But once I've sent them off, I'll show you, because it was there's 6 of us including myself. I'm going to make myself one. So in fact, I may very well keep the first one, because obviously that's not as good as the others, because you start tweaking, don't you, once you get into these things. So I'll be able to show you, and hopefully I'll be able to show you next week, because they are great little things, and I'm going to try and send them off very quickly. I've got packages for some of the people as well, but they won't go in those packages. I'm just going to send them off anyway. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you the lovely yarn that I'm using, and show you more when I've finished. Next up is my happy basket. So in here I've got some bits and pieces that I've either ordered during the week, which have arrived, or I got at the retreat. So first up, my lovely friend Jules, who has So Sweet Violet, had a acorn update, and I am a sucker for an acorn. So this is what I've got. I've got a little bag clip with an acorn on it, and these undo, and whoops, you've got a little secret compartment to pop in a progress keeper, etc. So that's going to go on one of my bags. And then also she had a necklace, and I do like a necklace. So this is a knitter's necklace, and then this one's just an acorn, but again that has, and this one actually has a little progress keeper with it, which is an acorn. So it goes back in there, and that screws back on top. And then you've got this little acorn on this little leather strap. And then there is a hanging acorn, which I'm going to hang from my window. And in that is, if I can get the lid off, minis. So let me show you the minis that are in here. There are a lot of minis in here. It holds a lot of minis. So we have got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That's pretty. They're all pretty. I like them all. And then that one, which I think is beautiful. So like I said, I'm going to hang the basket in my window just as a decoration. I'm not going to put anything in it, I don't think. I mean, you say that, don't you? And then you find the perfect thing. So that's... Hold on. Didn't quite get that one all the way through. There we go. So that's it hanging up. And as I said, that's Jules of So Sweet Violet. And then I've got some bits that I got at the retreat. So all the rest of this is retreat. First of all, the lovely Jilly, who is Jilly Makes, had a pop-up shop there. And I wasn't going to buy any bags. In fact, I went with the express intention of not buying a bag. But then there was this Christmas bag. And it's not like I haven't got millions of Christmas bags, because I have. But I loved it so much, and I did leave it behind. And then I was like, oh. And then I thought somebody else was going to buy it. And I was like, oh, that's fair enough, you know. And then she decided not to. And I was like, no, okay. Now it's definitely mine. So I bought it, and I love it. And look at these little mice. Oh, to me, that's the epitome of Christmas, those beautiful, just those illustrations. There's just something about a mouse at Christmas. As you know, oh well, you might not know, but I've got a little mouse family that lives on my fireplace at Christmas, which I've had ever since I got married, and I absolutely adore it. It predates the children. It's out, and it's managed to last the children too, which is incredible. They've always enjoyed every year putting the mouse family on the fireplace too. So, yeah. So that's that one. And then we get into yarn. What order should I do this in? Let's do the yarn I dyed first, because that's going to be the easiest one. So this is mine. I don't think I've got my inspiration photo. I'm going to hate myself now. If I can, I will put up my inspiration photo. Actually, it'll be there. Just there. Hopefully. And then this is the yarn I dyed. And I love it. So just in case I don't find the inspiration photo, it's a buddleia, which I saw when I was out, when we were away in the caravan. I think there's a vlog on that. And I did a woodland walk, a very wet woodland walk. There was a buddleia still in flower. And I just thought, oh, do you know what? So the orange is the centres. And we've got speckles of purple. And then obviously the green of the leaves. And some of the green is a lot darker than the other, just because there was different shades of green. So yeah, that was mine. Going to be socks, possibly the crunkled socks, don't know, haven't decided yet. And then you get a mini set of everybody's. So that was my friend Kate's mum's. And that was Meg's. She's already making something in hers. I might try and get her to come on and show what she made at some point. Not today's, but hopefully. Maybe I'll do a snippet on that. That might be nice. And that's Meg's, and I think that's Kate's. And which one was Vicky's? That one? I think that one's Vicky's. It was on our table. So that's all our table. And then that one. Oh, and then that's Brendy's. That was beautiful. It reminded me of a Hedgerow Yarns one. And then that's mine. So I think that's everybody who's on our table. But yeah. I've got to work out what to make with all these. There is so many now. I've got 4 of these bundles. It's just like, what am I going to do with them all? So I need to make something with those. And then there was a lovely lady there who is called Nancy, who is from Canada, and she's got the Knit Sip Happy podcast. And she made us all little presents. And this is where the idea for the Christmas tree came from. Because we were saying you could hang them on the Christmas tree, and not everybody's got that many little hand knitted Christmas decorations, so we thought we'd do this swap. Yeah, it's got this little sock, which is really cute. So thank you, Nancy. I don't know if you watch me, but if you do, thank you very much. There's a couple of little sort of progress keepers, and yeah, really cute. And that's her. And then the rest of this is acquisitions, and an acquisition that's not here yet because I ordered some yarn. So first of all, this is red wine, which is a DK from a red DK, which Meg wants some more for the Christmas socks. But she wants shorty ones, which was, I mean, they're DK shorties. I might actually get these done by the 1st of December. You never know. So this needs to go in her advent. So I do actually need to get this on the needles. And for that, I need to get some needles, because apparently all my projects are taking 3.5mm needles at the moment. So I knit my DK socks on 3.5s, and the Gnome is on 3.5s, and the little things that I'm making are also on 3.5. So I desperately need some more 3.5mm needles. So I'm going to need to get those. But yeah, so Kelly very kindly gave me some of her little leftovers of the boucle yarn so that I can do the tops for it. So thank you very much, Kelly. I very much appreciate those. I will be able to get on and get those done for Megs. But yeah, she wants them roll top and short. I was like, I think I can do roll top on them. I mean, I'm going to have to do a rib underneath the roll top, otherwise I don't think it will work. But I think I can wrangle it. I'm just going to have to work out how to do the roll top so that it's the right way round. So I might have to purl every row because it should roll out onto the knit side. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then as I said, I want to do this colourwork sweater. So this is the contrast colour, will be this, which is one of my absolute favourite colours that Les Family Yarn do, which is called Bruised Peach. And I get drawn to this every time I see it. I love it. It's beautiful. And I'm teaming it with their Dark Night colourway, which is a really dark, deep, like navy blue. So it'll be this and navy blue, which I think will look absolutely stunning together. I am very much looking forward to making this. I do, of course, need to finish my Vinter sole first because that's the way we're rolling. So I have got the Dark Night, which hopefully will turn up in the next couple of days, and I'll be able to show you on next week's podcast. It's not like I need to cast it on just yet, but that will be my next sweater. So I will have my next sweater lined up. But yeah, I have got some DKs that I've got like 2 or 3 skeins of. I've got one which is a Castleview yarn one, which I'm thinking I might just try and get some commercial yarn and just do the yoke in indie dyed yarn. Don't know, it's just a thought, but I might try that. So that's all my acquisitions, which I think we can agree is quite enough. There is I should say there was a little chocolate inside that, which I've just quaked out thinking I might eat that later on today. So that's all my bits and pieces. As I said, I do need to get some needles. Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep wrangling needles between projects, which I think could get very irritating very quickly. Anyway, that's it from me for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the teaser for the little things, but like I said, I want to keep them as a surprise. So until they actually go to their new home with a note saying, open me now, because otherwise you will see them on the podcast. I can't really show you, but they are cute. They are really cute. Right. On that note, I think that's it I've got on my list of things to show you. No, it's not. I found one more acquisition. If you've seen, you may have seen this on my vlog. So if you're not interested in this reveal, feel free to stop now, because there won't be anything more after this. But I did say I would put this on my main podcast for people that don't watch the vlogs. So this is a nature box from Sherry Iris. So this is the otter one. So if you've not had it yet, I suggest you stop now and end the podcast here. Again, there won't be anything else after this, so you'll be good to go. But yeah, if you'd like to see what's inside, then stick around. So this is how they come. We get a lovely piece of information on what it is, and this one is the otter. Otter on the riverbank. And yeah, I love this. So this is what I've got. So this is the main skein. It's so pretty. I'm getting real snowy vibes from this. I don't know why, because obviously it's an otter. But for some reason it's saying in the bleak midwinter to me. I think it's probably because the day is really grey today. It's a really grey day. And that's where my thoughts are turning. But it's beautiful. Really beautiful. And then these are the minis, and they're just stunning. They are stunning minis. I mean, the colour of that, oh, beautiful. Yeah, I love these. And again, it's that one. Don't know why that's giving me such snowy vibes. Really weird, but. And then, oh, what else should I show you first? So let's show you the little artwork. That's going to go in my journal. Which journal I do not know, but it's going in a journal. And then you get some washi tape with it, which I love. Again, that's going to be used in my journal. I know which journal that one's going in. Let's leave that to one side actually. And then there's this amazing smell when you open this box because there is lavender in here. So there's a lavender bag. And then there is a little box bag with, of course, polka dots because Sherry is the queen of the polka dot. Oh, look. And they fit really beautifully in my bureau. So I was saying, actually, when I set that up in my vlog, I could do with a third one. So there's my third one. And then you've got a little matching needle cozy to go with it, which I might nick for my things that I'm making. I nearly said what they were then. I was like, don't do that. There's some tea. There's some sleepy tea. Yeah, that is the nighttime one. Yeah, I like this. I like this, except for the fact if I drink it, I then need to pee. So, just going to have a quick slurp of coffee. In my lovely Robin mug. And then I got the scrappy material pack to go with it, and there's a lot of material on this. The last time I tried to show this, it went on for a little while. Do I know what I'm going to use my scrappy material for? No, of course I do not. However, a dear friend who I was on the retreat with, bless her heart, Brendy, I love you, has offered to do some of my sewing for me because I've got so many lovely kits I'm just not making up because I don't feel like I've got the sewing skills. And she said she will have a look at them for me. I'm going to come to a deal with her that she gets to keep one of the kits. I'm going to send her two each time and go, right, would you mind making me this one, but you get to keep that one. Yeah. That I've got a bag in. I'm sure I've got a bag in that material. Some of these I definitely recognise from Sherry's. I think I've got a bag in that one as well. It's not that one. I think I've got a bag in that as well. Oh, there's two there. Hold on. Yeah, this is still going. There's that one. And that one. And is that the final one? Yeah, that's the final one. And then there's some paper, journaling paper. That's beautiful. And I love this. It's got the otters on. It's got otters on that side, and then it's got grass on that side. Because that's two-sided, I'm going to try. I think I had once upon a time, not seen it for a while. Don't know where that is. I had a label maker. So I might make some labels with that. So that's what you get in one of Sherry Iris's books. They are so lovely. It's a little experience just opening them. And actually I'm going to keep that out. That can go in there too. I do love opening them. They are beautiful. So that's the Sherry books. So thank you for, if you're still here, for staying on. So that's it from me now. I hope, just got blown out by my computer. Hold on. Yeah, that's it from me for now. I'm going to film my Christmas journal overhead in a moment so that I've got that for Saturday. So I will see you on Saturday, which this is now Sunday, so that's pointless. So yeah, I don't know if you've watched it, thank you very much. If you haven't, I do understand snippets are not everybody's cup of tea, and that one won't be yarn related, it will be journal related, and I'm going to try and smatter some journaling in between the yarn stuff, although having said that, probably not so much until the new year, because obviously between now and Christmas it's going to be very yarny, I think. At least craft room related. I need to tidy up my craft room where I sorted out my cupboard a lot of it is still out and I need to get it put back away because it can go in the cupboard now. So I'm going to get that sorted. Yeah, I want to get the cupboard sorted. I want to get my desk sorted because my desk is stressing me out. And I will try and record some of that. But I'm going to do the journal flip through first. I'm going to do that in a moment. Right, that's it from me. I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care. And hopefully I will see you next week.